Hello Taurus, welcome to your full moon release and receive reading for the month from the full moon in Pisces on the 31st of August. What is this full moon asking you to release in order to receive? This reading is part 2 of the Virgo season trilogy. First part of that, where we look at Virgo season in general, is in the link down below. Part 3 will look at the new beginnings for you that's coming in from the 9th of September 2023 with the new moon in Virgo. All 3 readings may or may not be linked. Obviously take them however they resonate. Right, okay Taurus, let's get you some cards down. So Taurus, for you, particularly if you're a Taurus rising, the full moon in Pisces is activating the area of your life that has to do with your social networks, long-term visions, the groups and communities that you belong to. So this reading may or may not pick up on what you've got going on in that area of your life, and what do you need to release. We will be pulling you an oracle card. What do you need to surrender? And some advice from this full moon in Pisces. If you surrender, Taurus, what you're gonna get. Okay, so past energy for you, whatever this situation is you've got going on this full moon. We've got the Queen of Swords. Current energy, we've got the Three of Cups. There's that sort of group energy. Can talk about soul tribe if this is some kind of romantic situation. Sometimes it can relate to third party energy, but for me this is a sort of a group happiness, group joy, group contentment energy. Incoming, we've got the King of Swords, maybe some kind of coupling dynamic here, or a growth with this full moon often offers us illumination, clarity. There may be some kind of upscaling or up leveling with regards to information, clarity or logic. Around you we've got the Four of Swords. This does feel like the rest of the world kind of encroaching, stepping in on your peace and tranquility. So there may be, your environment may be intruding after a little bit of a downtime, a bit of a rest and reflection. Obstacle for you with this situation, we've got Strength reversed, and then the outcome, we've got the Empress reversed. Underlying energy, we've got the Five of Swords reversed. Interesting. Okay, so situation for you then, this full moon, what the full moon is shining a light on for you, we've got this Three of Cups energy. Now, as I was saying earlier, Three of Cups for me is soul tribe, soul energy. So this can talk about your groups, that are extended family or our friends, but also if this is a romantic situation for you, it can also talk about a sort of a 3-person dynamic going on here for you. Your energy, we've got the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess is a very intuitive energy, kind of tapped into the Akashic records, tapped into information psychically or intuitively that might not necessarily be immediately aware. So there is a sense here of you gaining some kind of action, but she's quite a passive energy. When she comes in reversed for me, she actually talks about taking action. So with this situation, whatever this group dynamic is for you, your attitude towards this is intuitively, there is some sort of download that you're getting, some information that you're getting access to, that is pushing you to take action. You're not going to be passive any further. Environment around you, so this could be a person, or just you know, the general environment. We've got the Four of Swords. It talks about peace, reflection. Often it can talk about reflecting on pain and difficulties, but there is a sense of kind of recuperation, rest and withdrawal with this. For me, when it comes in reverse, this talks about the outside world breaking in, encroaching on our rest and reflection. It can also talk about returning after a period of isolation, withdrawal, rest and recuperation. This external energy is sort of returning back into the world, back into the fray, possibly back into this group energy. But this feels like your environment, there is something in your environment or a person in your environment that's maybe been a little bit distant, maybe doing some rest and reflection, and there is some kind of disruption now to that going on. Okay, so underlying energy for this situation for you guys, we've got the Five of Swords reversed. This is a difficult energy. We've got a lot of swords. We've got 2 sword court cards. We've got the Empress. The High Priestess reversed. This is a lot of information, a lot of understanding. The swords can be quite a difficult or painful suit. Five of Swords talks about defeat, feeling defeated. It can also talk about doing what he needs to do to get the job done. Might be something difficult. You know, there's a sense of, with the Five of Swords, sometimes doing things even though you understand there's some kind of collateral damage with it. Now, when it's reversed, this to me talks about when a sense of defeat actually gets deeper, becomes prolonged, and it talks about a feeling of despair. So I suspect, looking at this, there's definitely some kind of pain or suffering that's happened. This external energy, often with the Four of Swords, this retreat that we have is to kind of try and come to terms with something difficult, get a perspective on it, draw a line under it, you know, kind of come to terms with it. So this feels like a kind of a re-emergence after, a re-emergence back in around this group dynamic, back into this group dynamic, or a re-emergence to sort of talk, to communicate about this group dynamic after a period of it maybe being a little bit, you know, sort of maybe being a little bit quiet. In the past, we've got the Queen of Swords energy. Can be a person. So we've got the King, we've got the Queen in the past, and we've got the King in the present. It could be Libra, Aquarius. There could be sort of air sign energy going on. But energetically, as an energy archetype, this is all to do with communication, mind, logic, thoughts, intellect, that kind of thing. With the Queen's more active than the King. So with the Queen, there is this real sense of cutting things out, earning your stripes, being very the sort of the master of the mind, but this is kind of stripes that you've earned through pain and suffering. Queen of Swords, if it is coming in as a person, so it could be a Libra. But it can be that in the past there is an energy here of really kind of speaking your piece, wielding your sword. Now, as I say, this may be a partnership dynamic or an up-leveling after this time of rest and recuperation, coming to terms with the past. And now, instead of being passive, now deciding to take action. There is definitely an up-leveling with this. Could be, for some of you, if this is a third-party dynamic, it could be that this may be a partner coming back in for some of you. If this isn't a sort of a partnership energy, the King of Swords, it can talk about advisors. But this is really, the Queen is very wise. There's a lot of wisdom. With the King, there is a sense of being in real control. This is quite a logic. It can be quite an aloof energy. So obviously take that however it resonates. Now, the obstacle for you this month is we've got the Strength in reverse. The strength card talks about having the courage and the strength to adapt to what is sometimes a difficult situation, or to do something difficult. And certainly with this Five of Swords energy reversed, there can be a sense of feeling real sort of defeat and despair with this. But as I say, it can also talk about doing what you need to do to get the job done. The obstacle for you with this full moon, whatever's been illuminated around this group dynamic for you, the obstacle for you is, you know, trying to keep your courage levels up. With the strength reversed, it can often talk about a failure of courage. So it looks like there's definitely something difficult here with all of this sword energy, something that you understand intuitively, something that you want to take action towards, and there is a real sense of you know, don't let your courage fail. Speak up, wield your sword, wield your truth, wield your clarity. Okay, we do have the Empress reversed. So for example, if this is a relationship type connection, and there is a third party dynamic, to me this feels like possibly that there is some form of established partner here, that would be kind of going sort of out of the picture. But let's pull you oh, I've got no clarifiers. Let's pull you a clarifier for this. Empress reversed, and then we'll get you your release card. What is the tarot asking you to surrender? We'll also get you some encouragement from this full moon in Pisces. Right, what's this Emperor reversed? Emperor, I keep saying the Emperor reversed. Is it the Emperor? The Empress is the divine feminine, the divine creative. It can talk about, you know, if there is a sense of divine union going on with this, or this is just if you're trying to get clear and create something. This is that divine Empress creativity. It looks like there's definitely a difficulty with that energy. Let's have a look. What's this Empress about reversed for Taurus? Six of Cups. Okay. Chariot, and the High Priestess. Again, underlying energy, Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knights get things moving forward. Knight of Wands could be Sagittarius, but this talks about real fire, drive, action, passion, creativity, energy, excitement, lust to push a situation forward. So we've got the Six of Cups. Talks about kind of heart chakra activation. These are things that we're very deeply connected to, or things that we've been connected to for a long time. There's a sense of history, energy with this. Chariot talks about getting two things in alignment. So it looks to me like the King and the Queen are kind of stepping up. Whether this is two parts of your own self, understanding what needs to be done, and really kind of standing in your truth. We've got this alignment here between the King and the Queen of Swords. So this, to me, you're stepping up to a point where you're taking action, and also with this world, the world energy, this other energy kind of coming out of seclusion. It does look like you're kind of coming together at the right time to progress forward. And then we've got the High Priestess. So this, to me, whatever this is that intuitively you're accessing, you're understanding, I think there is an understanding here that you're correct, or you're right, or this will all kind of calm. Once this Empress energy is gone, there is like a kind of or it's changed somehow. There is a reversion to the natural sort of passive, intuitive link with this. So let's have a look for you, Taurus. Actually, thinking about it, your season reading, guys, there was a sense of it was about the grass being greener. It looked as if there was like a kind of averting some kind of disaster or catastrophe, returning to an earlier situation, you know, having gone out, explored, all of that kind of stuff, and then deciding that you were better off where you were and going back to that. So this full moon reading, there may well be some kind of tie-in between that energy and this energy. So as I say, if you haven't seen your season reading, check that out. It may also have some resonant. Oh, hello. So what this full moon in Pisces, Taurus, is asking you to release, surrender comparison with other people. Keep your eye trained on yourself. Focus on your own strength, attractiveness, and power. Whatever this situation is, Taurus, if you're this Empress energy, which actually thinking about it, oh my goodness me, here's me not making the links. I need more caffeine. Excuse me. If this is if this situation as it goes through does actually leave you feeling a bit out of sorts, you know, if this is something that this other person or your environment has been, if there's a long-standing situation, a deep link here, Don't allow, you know, don't compare yourself, don't devalue yourself based on the outcome of this situation by comparison with this group energy, whatever that may be for you. And right, message from the full moon in Pisces. Let's get your message of encouragement. If you release, if you surrender comparison with other people, Taurus, what's the reward for you? Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Oh, that's interesting. Eclipses. So with the full moon, this always talks about resolutions, you know, clarity. Eclipses are a little bit of a wild card energy, Taurus. So if you surrender, you're, you know, kind of comparing yourself with others, I think you're actually going to end up with something a little bit unexpected coming in. The eclipses are always, as I say, they're always a real kind of wild card energy. So don't talk yourself out of, don't talk yourself down. Don't think because whatever this situation is for you, Taurus, whatever this group energy, this difficulty is with this group energy, don't let them, you know, come out of your usual beautiful Empress creative type energy. Don't let that flip you. Surrender comparison with other people. Unexpected conclusions I want to say within reach. I'm not sure when the next eclipse is. I know it was sort of Taurus and Scorpio season last year. I can't remember. I've not looked actually. So there may be something, if you check out the eclipse dates, if you're astrologically savvy, have a look to see when the next eclipse is. There's normally 2 sets a year. Have a look to see when that is. There may be something to do here with timing for you. Maybe something, there may be some kind of conclusion or real kind of unexpected event or illumination coming in for you around about there for the next eclipse. Right. Okay, so next time I'll be with you with your new beginning to be released to receive. What are we clearing? What's all this clearing out energy going to bring in for you with the new moon in Virgo on the 16th of September? Will be the readings will be up around the 9th of September, so feel free to check out the final part of your Virgo trilogy of readings. And as I say, if you haven't seen the season reading, that is linked down below. As always, thank you very much for watching. I wish you clear eyes, a calm mind and a resilient heart.